From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. Prime Minister Mark Carney has met virtually with the premiers to talk U.S. tariffs, but two of the provincial leaders remain at odds over the country's response. Ontario Premier Doug Ford says U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs have devastated industrial sectors in both countries.
We could thrive and prosper. He'd rather fight. I don't want to fight. I want to fight with our closest allies and friends. And be very frank, neither do the governors, the senators, the congresspeople.
Ford's calling for Canada to hit back with what he calls dollar-for-dollar retaliatory duties. But Saskatchewan's Scott Moe thinks Canada should dial down its tariffs. More Republican U.S. lawmakers are calling out Canada because of wildfire smoke drifting over the border. Wisconsin State Representative Calvin Callahan has joined his fellow Republicans filing a formal complaint. He says Canada needs to face, quote, real consequences if the country does not get wildfires under control. Out-of-control fires in Newfoundland have prompted a total ban on open fires. Premier John Hogan says at least 3 campfires were reported after the ban took effect.
It is nuts. The province is on fire. And we only have so many assets to go around. And to have a provincial fire ban in place, and the day the ban is in place to have bonfires here in the city, I'm so disappointed and frustrated and angry.
Hogan says fires have destroyed an unknown number of structures on the eastern side of his province. Meanwhile, Saskatchewan officials say wet weather is expected to help their fight against wildfires in northwest Saskatchewan. Light rain and higher humidity have helped British Columbia firefighters douse more than 150 blazes in the last 7 days. Starting on Friday, Alberta will make tow trucks stay 200 meters away from car accidents, unless authorized by police or the drivers involved. The province is cracking down on predatory tow truck operators. Transportation Minister Devin Dreschen says some tow truck operators pressure drivers to unnecessarily accept their services and charge excessive fees.
The last thing someone needs at a collision scene is to be harassed by dishonest tow truck drivers, pressuring them to agree to towing services.
He says tow truck operators entering these exclusion zones will face a $1,000 fine. Millennials who still have a box or two of clothes from high school kicking around might be sitting on a bit of cash. Generation Z has taken to the Y2K aesthetic many millennials now cringe at. Online apps and social media can help connect a Gen Z with your old Juicy Couture sweat sets or baby tees. Vintage reseller Jocelyn Brown also suggests selling at flea markets and catering your offerings to the audience who's buying. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays are going for the sweep in Denver. The American League leading Jays opened their interleague set against the Colorado Rockies with a 15-1 rout, then followed up with a 10-4 win last night. The Vancouver Whitecaps have signed former Bayern Munich star Thomas Müller. The 35-year-old German international is under contract for the remainder of this season. Top seed Alexander Zverev looks to advance to his second Canadian Open final at the Men's National Bank Open in Toronto. Taylor Fritz and Ben Shelton meet in an All-American semifinal later tonight. Gavin Williams came within 2 outs of Cleveland's first no-hitter in 44 years in the Guardians' 4-1 win against the Mets in New York. Juan Soto homered with 1 out in the 9th inning to break the no-hit bid. Jen Powell is set to become the first woman to umpire in Major League Baseball. She's set to work Saturday's doubleheader between the Miami Marlins and the Atlanta Braves. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.